But what do you think of this type of marketing with the apps?
I think it really depends on your perspective. So certainly from a marketing standpoint and from a retailer standpoint, it's a wonderful opportunity to target customers. And the more individual that you can target someone, the more likely you're going to be successful in your marketing campaign. So it used to be, back in the day, you'd get these bulk mail of marketing, of advertising, and it may or may not apply to you. And then over the years, technology has improved and we're able to more target customers with what they really want. So in some ways, as a consumer, I might be happier because I'm only getting ads for things that I'm interested in or are relevant to my location. But I also might find it a little creepy because how do you know that I'm in that location? How do you know that my purchasing pattern has been such? So there's definitely a, gosh, this is nice, I really would like to get 50% off of that item, but how do you know so much about me and how do you know where I am? So it's kind of weighing those two things.
Well, so as a consumer, and you teach students about this, what kind of warnings would you give them, or what would you warn them about?
To be aware that the technology exists that can keep track of where you are. If you're carrying around your cell phone, which if you're under 40, you probably are, there really is, you really can track where people are. That information is available, and a lot of information about you is sold. But we also share a lot of information freely, and we're opting in, and we may not realize that we're opting in for offers. So if you see a bulletin board and it says text savings to this number, you're opting into advertising, and you need to be aware that you're doing that.
How do you feel about, it's tricky enough for an adult, may not read the fine print, but for instance, this shop kick, you only have to be 13, and who even knows if that's verified, I agree, but you only have to be 13, or if you link up through Facebook to a Target or many of the retailers, you only got to be 13. What do you think of that?
Sure. I think it could be a little scary when you're 13. Do you realize what you're opting into? I still would probably need to have some money to actually make a purchase, but I'm able to get advertising. I'm able to opt in to get advertising that my parents may or may not want me to see.
Well, some of these, for instance, ShopKit can be linked to MasterCard and Visa. Now, you get rewards through that, but would you have concerns about that? I don't know if security-wise we're going to get into that, but I guess if you link, you just get additional rewards. But anything come to mind with that? The idea that you link a credit card to your app?
Well, credit cards they've been selling our data for years, so we kind of just don't think about it a lot, and I think that's the issue. So there's definitely issues about, is this my data? When I'm purchasing, is that data mine, and how much control should I be able to have over that? And same thing with the app on my phone. Do I realize how much information I'm sharing, and do I know who I shared it with, and do I have a right to know who that information has been shared with? And in the United States, we're actually not great about being able to, we don't have laws to protect us to say, I want to know who has information about me and all the personal information that they have about me. And the European Union has definitely done a better job protecting their citizens in that way than we have, and I'm sure we have a lot of lobbyers that don't want, the marketers don't want us to really know what they have about us.